Hi, my name is Stewart, co-president here at Guidebook. I joined the business back in 2015 and helped build the UK business from the ground up. I've always been passionate about events. My first job out of college, it was a sales role. I attended lots of different trade shows to find new business and build new relationships. And I realized then how special in-person events are. And so I'm very, very proud today to lead the business across the globe and to support our growth within the events industry, the education industry, supporting associations, and really getting the power of mobile into people's hands.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm the event and community manager here at Guidebook. I've been working in the event industry for over 10 years now, building events of all sizes all across the globe. I also was a Guidebook customer, launched mobile apps across hundreds of events over multiple years. And more recently, I've been leveraging the power of community for the event industry, but also within tech.
So one of the things that we've been hearing about lately is the challenge of inflation with events. I mean, obviously inflation is everywhere and people have really felt it, and it finally feels like it's coming under control generally across the economy. But what we're hearing from our customers is that, inflation for events really ripped more than the general economy, and it isn't falling back, right? So people are telling us that their food and beverage costs have gone up by 30%, their venue cost has gone up by 30%, and they seem to be unable to pass those costs through to their attendees, to their sponsors. And so, for you as someone who's organized hundreds of events, I mean, what advice would you give, or, what thoughts do you have on how people can overcome that challenge?
Yeah, I think that's a really good and difficult question. I think the advice part is hard. I genuinely believe that, before the pandemic, the event industry was very bloated, right? I kind of came up in a period of huge growth for events, and there was a lot of room and opportunity for new companies to form, new events and products to form. But what that leads to also is, a lot of bad events. There's a lot of repetition, same speakers on the same circuits. And COVID kind of was a catalyst for change, in the sense that the best events will always thrive. Those organizers out there who are doing their research to build great agendas or brilliant trade shows, that will pay dividends when they're coming to think about their sponsors, their attendees, delegates, etc. The thing that as an event organizer you have to think about, it's not just those costs and how you pass them on, or can you pass them on, but if you're aiming to get 300 people to a city and you're expecting people to fly and stay in hotels, their costs are going up anyway.
Yeah.
The ticket price is one component of an event, but actually the cost of attending events has always been expensive. I've worked with speakers and, they attend the event for free and they come and speak for free, but they still had to pay to fly, to have food and beverage when they were staying in their hotel. And we know that, the hotel industries and the food and beverage industries, cost of that has gone up astronomically. So it's getting harder. It's getting a lot harder. And I think it comes back to how much value are you able to provide? How can you kind of create an event and a memorable experience that will really incentivize people to want to come? There is money out there. We know that. People are investing in events. But they will really be critical of your event, and that's sponsors, attendees, speakers, and everyone else involved. I don't know how you feel you're kind of on the tech side and you're seeing it from, people, are they making decisions around which technology to implement? But I don't know how you're seeing that kind of affect the tech industry from an event perspective.
I mean, to me, events are incredibly powerful and magical, but they're also very, very simple. Right? You attend an event to meet new people and learn new things. So event technology's job is to facilitate that, right? It's to make it as simple as possible to register for that event, to meet new people, to network, and to maximize your day. But really, you can have the worst technology in the world, and if you have a great event where people are going to meet new people and learn new things, they're still going to go. Right? They're going to have complaints. And vice versa, you can have incredible tech, but if the network's not there, if the people attending aren't there, and if they're not going to learn anything, they're just not going to take time out of their day. So to me, when it comes to the challenges that people are facing, so much of it is very, very deliberate planning of what is this event about? What is the content? What can you learn? Why is this important for you to travel, to take time out of your schedule? to take time away from your family. And you've really got to be convincing and very, very thoughtful about who your target audience is and what the content is going to be, and how that's different to being able to just watch that speaker's videos on LinkedIn or, read their blog posts. It's really about sort of offering something unique at an event in person. If that's the chance to do a panel Q&A with that speaker, or have networking, or have dinner opportunities with them. The chance to not just kind of connect on LinkedIn with other attendees and sort of have this sort of surface level relationship, but actually give them real opportunities in advance, during, and afterwards to build relationships. And so, to answer your question, technology just needs to facilitate those things. I don't think you can get people to attend your event because the technology is great.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think one thing you said there that really resonates is simplicity. And I worked for an organization a few years back, and they really honed in on specificity. Like, what's your niche? And if you couldn't define it, if you couldn't find out what it is for that market or for that audience, we wouldn't launch an event.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't just try and put something out there or try and tackle too many subjects. And I think now more than ever, that's the key, is like, what is your niche as an event?
Mm-hmm.
Find that specificity. And that can be conferences, trade shows, right? We work with a lot of education institutions and how they think about orientation or anything like that. It's what's going to make you stand out and what's going to create the maximum value for what the expectation is of your audience, not what you perceive it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds harsh. It sounds harsh to say it, but if you're struggling to get sponsors to sponsor your event, you're struggling to sell tickets, you've got to shake it up. The events industry has moved on. People are more thoughtful and deliberate about what they attend. People think about the climate. People have maybe slightly lower budgets for travel. And so you really, if you are getting left behind, it's your job as an event organizer to really define that niche, get that specificity, and actually, push through improvements to your event content and networking opportunities to make it a must-have.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing great events happening already, and I think we'll continue to see that.